It's been like 2, 3 weeks because the last one we talked about when the Avengers trailer was out. The Avengers trailer was released, and that was a while ago. That one got over like 100 views too. While ago. That one had You did live stream GTA. Got over fucking 600 views on that joint. Hey, we just need a poster too for that. Alright, we live. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex Tom here, sitting here with my boy John. It's been a long time since we've done Nerd Talk. I know it's been like 3 weeks. We've been going through a lot. My boy just had his first child, so we had to take a little hiatus. It's gonna be like that a little bit. We're only time. I think I said this last Nerd Talk that we're gonna be doing Nerd Talk when like big events happen. Obviously, the next 2 weeks we're gonna be doing the Avengers Infinity War spoiler talk when that comes out. So we're not gonna be doing Nerd Talk next week, but that next following week we're gonna be talking about the Avengers Infinity War movie because it's gonna be coming out.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do I'm gonna do a live of our reactions for it when you come back. So if you can come back here, I'm gonna meet you, Steph obviously, and Marquise to all sit here and talk about what we thought of the movie and stuff. We just a regular review, no spoilers. We'll do spoiler talk on Nerd Talk because I want everyone to see it. Obviously, everyone's gonna see it. But speaking of that, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We obviously got some Avenger news. We got a new Incredibles 2 trailer. We got a Solo trailer. We got some It Chapter 2 casting. We got news about the Disney/Fox deal going on as well. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, we just started talking about Avengers, so let's go ahead and jump into that. The Avengers have already pre-sold 7 MCU movies already. That's just freaking amazing.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
They have sold. The Avengers Infinity War pre-sold the entirety of Phase 1.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And that's not even on top of that. People still can go out and buy tickets still. Like I think if some theaters, they might just be taking that other show and saying, you guys are gonna be charged. We gotta show Avengers because we gotta make this money. Because I think when I went to see Black Panther, I went to Richmond, and I was able to buy my tickets right then and there. The line was long, but I knew I was able to buy my ticket, and I was able to get in. So let's say a place like that, people will most likely be able to buy their tickets then and there. A lot of people are not going to go to Richmond. People want to see this on the big screen, so they're going to go like the Valley View and Cinemark. Most people are going to Cinemark, AMC. They're not really going to go to Regal.
I was surprised that Cinemark Valley View still had seats left for that particular showing.
Yeah,
I was amazed.
No one want to sit in those first 2 rows. Nobody want to sit in those first 2 rows.
It's Avengers.
That's why I told everybody, I said, I'm going to see it regardless. I'll be sitting in the very front row. I don't give a freak if my head hurt by the end time. I'll see the Avengers. I don't care, man. But just to think about they already pre-sold 7 MCU movies, this is going to beat the record for the greatest opening of all time. It might hit 260 in the box office. Right now, Star Wars The Force Awakens have the top #1 box office of all time with like 250 something, I think. Like 247, I think. It's 247 million opening weekend. So this is gonna destroy it. This at least is gonna make 250 opening weekend. It's freaking incredible, man. Have you been watching any of the TV spots? I've been trying to avoid all TV spots because they've been showing a lot of TV spots.
It's hard to avoid the TV spots because I've been the playoffs just started, I've been watching a lot of basketball. And
they pushing the market heavy.
The NBA is a sponsor with Disney and everything.
Oh yeah,
they show the TV spots every time there's a commercial break. So it's hard to avoid.
But what I like about it is that they're showing the same scene from the trailer, just giving us just a hint of new footage, and not even showing that much. They're just showing like a quick second of something we've never seen, or extra dialogue or something like that.
The TV spot that they show the most doesn't even have any dialogue. It's just them showing the Avengers one by one.
Okay.
So Captain America, Black Panther. Black Widow, Thor, somebody else.
Doctor Strange?
No, it's another one.
Guardians?
No, it's not. No.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's none of the Guardians. And it's obviously not Hawkeye because he hasn't been in it.
Well, I would say show Thanos.
They show a fifth person. I can't remember who he is.
Oh, okay. But I've been trying to avoid. I ain't watched even Emergency Awesome videos. I really don't want to. He talks about a lot of stuff. I want to hear nothing for real. I mean, I've watched the 2 trailers that they released over and over again, but I'm basically seeing the same scenes, over and over again. It's not new footage.
Right.
So, but the one thing I love about it is that we're going in not knowing what this movie is. We don't know how it's going to end. We don't know how it's going to begin. Like, any of that stuff. That's one thing I do love about the marketing for this, is that we're going in not knowing nothing. Not even knowing the title to the next Avengers movie. How freaking exciting is that? We get to go into this movie not knowing what happens, not knowing what's coming next. We know what movies are coming out. We got Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah, they're not gonna release that title until maybe about 3 or 4 weeks after this.
No. People are thinking we're going to get the title at the end credits. Like saying the Avengers will return in Avengers blah blah blah.
I hope they don't do that.
I think it would be amazing. I think they should do it. Obviously, everyone in their freaking mama is gonna go see this movie opening weekend, and they're gonna keep going. So why not reveal the title the same day of release?
Do you think it's gonna be a teaser?
I would love it. It's teaser, kind of like how they did with Captain America.
Yeah,
Yes, I think it's gonna be a teaser. I think it's gonna be definitely a teaser. At least like. Not saying like a next on thing, but maybe like a next thing on, like maybe just a little teaser of what we're gonna see, like if Thanos is because people don't think Thanos is gonna be the bad guy in the next Avengers movie, but I think he is. People don't think that. People think it's gonna be a new antagonist, and Thanos is not gonna be the antagonist. But I think they are gonna show us a teaser, but who knows? I mean, most likely the post credit scene will be Captain Marvel because that's the next big thing. It's not gonna be an Ant-Man and Wasp thing because that's before Infinity War, so. We're gonna get some Captain Marvel hints. Obviously, they say she's in the movie, but my guess it's a post-credit scene. She's not actually in the movie. So, I'm just excited. I really hope this movie beats Avatar. I just want this movie to be Avatar in number 1. I really want this movie to beat it because this movie deserves it. 10 years of success. This movie deserves to be number 1 in the box office of all time.
I'm in the middle of watching all of them. I watched the entirety of Phase 1 in 2 days.
Cool. Yeah. It's funny, I was watching Age of Ultron last night, and that movie is so much better knowing what comes after. It's so much better. I sat down and told mine, I said, this movie is so much better after knowing that Black Panther's involved, like knowing that what Civil War and everything that perspires after this movie. Age of Ultron has a big, significant part of the MCU, more than we know.
That was the first time they mentioned Wakanda.
Right. We got Vision introduction with the Mind Stone, and Thor. At the end, he says, this is the 4th Infinity Stone that showed up in the past 4 years. That can't be a coincidence. Someone is playing intricate games, and we already know who he's talking about. Obviously, it's Thanos. And I'm sitting there thinking, they obviously know what they've been doing this whole time, obviously.
Right.
And it's just that one line he said made the movie. It made the movie for me and say, oh yeah, this movie still it's incredible. People don't give it its due that what it is. We had this conversation already.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We'll probably rank. We should rank the movies when we do, not a spoiler, but when we do our review. Because I want to get everyone's ranking of what they think of MCU, not just me and you. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. It's less than 2 weeks away, and it still feels like it's a month away. It still feels like it's not. It's still far away. It won't really hit me till the day we go. It really won't hit me till the day we go. So yeah. Next on the agenda. Let's talk about this and stick to Disney. So go ahead and talk about this Incredibles 2 trailer. They give us more hints of the story. We get a hint of the villain. We get more of the dynamic going on between Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible. What do you think of the trailer, man? You just watched it. What you think?
I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. I was watching it just to see like what was it about? Yeah, what was happening. Well, what I got from it is Elastigirl is taking a side job, like I guess like a covert ops type job, and basically what
Mr. Incredible
was doing in the first movie, but it seems like what she's doing is on a grander scale.
Yeah.
And I assume that the guy in the suit is going to be the villain.
Yeah, the guy at the end of the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, he he was saying, "Oh, we want to make superheroes, bring them back into the light." So it seems like it's the opposite of the first movie.
Do you think that this movie was a little bit too late at the premise, since we've seen so many superhero movies already, that this movie coming out now is kind of like the magic of the Incredibles? You think it's gone? Like, do you think, like, when Incredibles first came out, it was, people put it in their top 10 of superhero movies of all time. Do you think that magic is gone away?
No. Pixar has a knack for tapping into that same aesthetic.
Yeah, especially for the sequels.
Yeah, for the franchises. A prime example is Toy Story 3.
That's true. Finding Dory.
Yeah, Finding. I have Finding. I haven't even watched it.
I just people say it's really good, so yeah. I just thought about that too. But that movie came out recently, but the first one came out 2003. So that movie's about 10 years old as well. Like it was like 10 years for that, for the second one came out.
Yeah, I was
thinking about that as well.
I was like 10 or 11 when Toy Story 2 came out, and then when Toy Story 3 came out, I was grown.
It came out 2010. I still remember going to see
that. Yeah, I was 20. So
I remember going to see it, and I was
and Toy Story 3 is arguably the best one.
Arguably, and that's crazy with that whole franchise. 2 is arguably the best one, and 1 is obviously the best one. Like, so,
it's hard to pick between those movies. It's hard.
They're all like this to me. They're all equal. They're all equal. They're all amazing. Yeah. But I do agree with you. Pixar do have good. I didn't like Cars 2. That's probably the weakest sequel. And I enjoyed.
Cars 3 was much better.
I heard that as well. Monster University was okay. It didn't have the same magic as Monster. I didn't like that was a prequel. I wanted to see Boo grow up. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see them be in college. But that was different too. They actually went backwards. They didn't go forward. But like you said, I think the one thing is that with this franchise that they can get more adult with this franchise too, where it does touch everybody instead of just going for one demographic. So I'm excited for it. Only bad thing is it's coming out in the summer. That this summer's so crowded, like it's crazy.
Going back to what you were saying about being more adult, the first Incredibles was kind of adult.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It was definitely some mature themes in there.
A lot of people, like, they showed a whole fucking montage of all the superheroes dying.
Right.
All the superheroes being horrible deaths.
Horrible. Like, you got sucked into
capes on their superheroes.
Sucked into a jet turbine. They showed that.
Someone got sucked into a vortex.
No, like the tornado.
Yeah.
I
loved what you said about the first Incredibles. It's kind of like Civil War mixed in with the X-Men thing.
Absolutely.
Like, and I hope with this they try to tap into that kind of let it be like the Avengers with like going against like Ultron a little bit, like type of dynamic. I really want them as a family to really go through struggle of being superhero and being a family at the same time. That's what I want from this one, because what we got from the first one, we got a man struggling to be a family man and a superhero. I want to see the whole family dealing with that. And that's why I really want them to grow up more, but this is taking place right after the first movie. I wanted them to be grown up a little bit, but we're obviously not getting that. They're animated characters. They can keep them how young as they want to do.
Right.
So, I mean,
I agree. I did want to see them grow up a little bit, not much, but just a little bit, maybe to the point where Jack is talking, but he's still a small child.
Right.
But I definitely agree with you there.
All right, now we're sticking to Disney. We just looked at this, and Jet Li has been cast in the new Mulan film coming out in 2020. They also cast Donnie Yen as well. I'm loving the casting so far. Actually, they're going in a different direction as well. Is that they're not sticking to the same villain. It's going to be a different villain, and this one's not going to be the same villain in the cartoon. It's going to be a different villain as well.
What was his name? Shan Yu?
Yeah, it's not going to be that villain. It's going to be a different villain as well. They're going to more of a mythical approach. I think it's going to be like more of like a more spiritual thing, like how they have the ghosts and stuff. It's going to be more in that angle other than.
I like the villain though.
Me too. It's a more realistic villain as well.
Yeah.
They have supernatural elements in the animated movie, so it works. But I I don't know, and I heard this is not really gonna be a musical, but I think this is the one movie that doesn't need to be a musical.
No, it doesn't need to be.
The only memorable song is
Be a Man.
Be a Man. They have that in there, kind of a humming theme to it. I would enjoy that, but we don't really need.
Yeah, if they have a Be a Man Easter egg,
right?
I'll be okay with
Jungle
that.
Book did.
Yeah,
where he had
the bare necessity is whistling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. It was you heard it, but you knew when you hear it, you know exactly what you're listening
right.
to. So maybe we might get that in this.
I really want this to be a war film.
I want this to be a martial artist film.
Yeah, I mean,
basically
like
that with war is why I do agree with you.
Kind of like Rogue One.
Yes.
Like the stakes were dire, but it was still kid friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. We haven't had him confirmed for Mushu yet. We don't know if they even having the dragon in there. We know they're actually changing up Mulan's story as well. She's gonna have a sister in this too, so we don't know what's going on with that as well. We just hearing a lot of casting, and then like I said, the movie's supposed to come out in 2020. They moved back the date, and they're still casting. So I don't think they've started filming yet. I'm guessing they're starting filming at the end of this year, starting next year, because it doesn't come out till 2020. So let's go ahead next. I'm trying to find this Disney news about the Disney/Fox news. Did you go see A Quiet Place yet?
Bro, that movie's good.
I need to go see it. I heard
that movie is so good. It's short.
It is.
And I didn't know that John Krasinski directed it.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that the main actor is the director as well. He's been in some other stuff that I've seen.
Was that his directorial debut?
No, he's done something else. I think that's his second film.
That's his second.
I think so.
That man,
he's already there. He's already lined up to do another movie called Life on Mars. It's based on a short story, and I need to see A Quiet Place. I heard it's really good. It's
really good. There's a part in the movie where the thing is in the house.
Yeah.
There's more than one, but for most of the movie, there's only one particular one that's terrorizing them.
Okay.
The thing is in the house, and everybody's away except for the mother.
Oh shit.
And she's pregnant.
Oh shit.
And you can pretty much guess what happens from there.
She has hella pain and stuff.
She goes into labor, and that
oh wow,
that scene is intense.
Wow, that's
scene,
why I heard.
I was literally on my seat
intense.
like
I heard it's very intense. I heard you need to go see it with a crowd. Did you see it with a crowd, or you seen it with not that many people?
It was a crowd, but it was quiet.
Okay, good. That's why. Because I heard if they like the reactions from the crowd, you really want to get that too. Because it's very intense. Like you see, like I heard this point you can be like this. Like. I need to go see it. I heard it's really good. People talking about it. Do you see it being nominated in Best Picture? Do you see it being like in the top for running for Best Picture? No. That's what a lot of people are saying. It's that good.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie, but it's
not something we're gonna be talking about.
It's too simple to be nominated.
It's not like how Get Out surprised us.
No. It's not like Get Out, because Get Out was very cerebral.
Right.
It was.
That's what I'm saying. It's not something we're gonna be talking about all year. We talked about Get Out all year long.
Right.
It was still in my top. It was
still
in my top 3 of last year. Still.
Yeah. Get Out was thought provoking. It was a social commentary.
Right.
Like that is not this movie, but it's still a very good movie.
Yeah, I need to go see it. I've heard.
It's not scary, but it's suspenseful. It definitely had me on the edge of my seat for numerous parts.
Yeah, I need to go.
The end is predictable. I will say
okay.
that, but that's because of who we are. So.
But
yeah, we analyze movies, so you know what the end, well, not the very end, but the what happens right before the climax.
Okay, so it's very predictable.
For us, it's predictable.
Right. But I need to go see it. I heard it's really good, so I'll try and check it out. I might watch it in 5 seconds else. But let's go. I'm trying to find this news. I will. Next, I want to give my thoughts on this Disney/Fox merger that's supposed to be happening. We talked about this in later Nerd Talks, that the president came out and said that the deal could possibly be finalized by summer of 2019. And what does exactly mean that this is not actually going to happen right away, like with a snap of a finger once that comes up and is finally finalized. It's still going to take some time for everything to settle in, what the property is going to be doing, what Marvel's going to be doing with the characters they're getting and stuff like that. But I want to ask you a couple questions about that too, because we obviously already think setting up for the next phase. Obviously, we're getting to the end of Phase 3 and Phase 4, Fantastic Four. There's a lot of things they've been hinting that certain things could possibly. We see that Stark has sold his tower. We see the Watchers was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's a lot of things that's showing that, at least we're getting the Marvel first family into the MCU at least. Because we've already talked about this, saying maybe they're the ones buying. Reed Richards is buying the tower from him, or at least something about that is coming up. Because that's the only possible thing, that the reason why they're moving to upstate New York is that they bought Stark Tower. They're gonna make it obviously the Fantastic.
The Baxter building.
Right. Yeah. Do you think we're gonna get any type of hints of that in Infinity War, or even in Avengers 4? Because now if this is possibly happening within next year, what is Fox gonna do with their properties? We only know what X-Men properties they have right now. They pushed New Mutants back till next year. So what could possibly do? And they pushed back Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix isn't coming out this year. They pushed that back as well. So the only movie they got coming out this year is Deadpool 2.
It's hard to say as far as Fantastic Four, because we've heard and seen nothing of the Fantastic Four since Fan Stick.
Right.
However, they have rebooted the Fantastic Four franchise in the comic books.
They're bringing out a new comic book series for them.
Yeah.
They redid they're about to basically bring out the run again.
Yeah, and normally when something like that happens in the comic books, it usually correlates with something else in the MCU. When Civil War 2 came out in the comics, Civil War the movie came out. Right. So
you think we're not going to get any Fantastic Four news till the comic comes out, because it's relevant around the time the comic comes out? You think
it's out.
It's already out?
Yeah, it's out. Like I said, it's hard to say because we haven't seen anything.
Right.
But as far as X-Men, I definitely think we're gonna get some Easter eggs in the next few movies as far as the existence of mutants. Maybe not the X-Men per se, but I think they will hint at genetic mutation. So
we'll see what goes on. Right now we haven't. That's the only news I heard is that about that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I just want Marvel to get all the characters back, because they can do so much. Obviously, Secret War, they can do a lot of different things with that as well. The only character we have to worry about is Spider-Man, because Sony is not. They're obviously not just going to give up Spider-Man. They're still got the deal going on with them, so we don't have to worry about none of the Fox characters if that does happen. Next on the agenda, I want to talk about the Solo trailer. Did you see the Solo trailer?
It's a new one?
Yeah, it's a new trailer out now, and they gave us more of him in the story, and it got me more hyped again for it. I don't like it better than I think I like the Super Bowl trailer more, because it's just a teaser.
That Super Bowl trailer.
I think that's the one I like the most out of all the trailers they released. But this one, it gives you more hint of the story, gets you hint more of the characters, and it just got me more hyped that a Star Wars movie's coming out this year. But the only thing I'm upset at is that they should have put it in December. Is that I understand Star Wars it's a summer release, but I think Star Wars is to me, in my mindset, it's been December for the past 3 years. Why not just keep it in December? They will obviously make more money in there, but also Disney has another property come out in December as Mary Poppins. Yeah, so I don't think they want to.
They're doing because Rogue One didn't come out in December, did it?
It did. It came out. Yeah, it came out in December.
I think they might continue this trend, do the main continuity
in December, and then other solo movie. Yeah,
the one-offs will be in the spring. I think that's a good idea.
It's an alright trailer, like I said. It just got me more hyped for it. You should check it out. I mean, I think you'll like. You get more Lando. Yeah, I think they really showcase the nostalgia of the Star Wars movie, because that's what really sells it. If you're going back in time, we obviously know Han Solo's the main character in the original trilogy. Just show us some nostalgia from that, you know, and give us more of the Millennium Falcon. We get more of Chewie. I think Chewie's gonna steal this movie. Chewie's gonna have some amazing. And some of the trailer, he got the best part in the trailer. So he's probably gonna steal this movie. The chemistry between those two characters, I really did feel in the trailer. And I've sold on what's his name, Eckhart. Well, not Eckhart. What's his name? What's the guys who playing Han Solo? I don't even know his name. But I just took that in my head that he's not Harrison Ford, but he's playing Han Solo. So I'm buying it, and I'm gonna go see it opening day. Obviously, and hopefully that weekend we can do spoiler talk on that as well. The only thing is I don't think it's gonna make it big in the box office. Just so much coming out around that time. You got Deadpool coming out before that. Then obviously Avengers still gonna be eating up box office. I think Avengers is gonna kill all these films.
I can honestly see this being the lowest grossing.
This is gonna be the lowest
grossing Star Wars movie.
Definitely.
Not like you said. It's a lot happening over the spring and this summer. And that's not to say that it's gonna be a bad movie.
Right.
There are two movies off the top of my head that are way more anticipated than Solo, which is Avengers: Infinity War and Deadpool 2.
Right. You gotta think about Last Jedi wasn't it was mixed with the fans, so people
still don't understand.
I will never understand it either, but I mean, it's crazy people thinking that we're getting Star Wars fatigue. Is that we've only had 3 Star Wars films so far, and how are we getting fatigue from Star Wars content? We be getting Marvel movies. We get 3 or 4 Marvel movies a year.
Right.
So I don't know. It's Star Wars fans are like the hardest fans to please, because they either hate it or they love it. It's too nostalgic. It's not nostalgic enough. It's too different or it's too the same. I mean, each Star Wars film take essence from other Star Wars films. So it's really hard to please us as Star Wars fans too. And I understand that too. I really didn't like the prequels that much. Revenge of the Sith is the best one out of the prequels, but and the Dark Horror ones want to hold on to the original trilogy and say that is king, but you got to appreciate these new ones for what they are. I absolutely love The Last Jedi. It's in my top 3 of the Star Wars films at least. So yeah. So that's all my thoughts I wanted to give on the Solo trailer. Like I said, it's gonna be out. People are gonna go see it. If it doesn't make big, it's gonna be fucking criticized for that too. People are criticizing Infinity War if it don't make over $200 million. Like that's.
You sound stupid.
You sound stupid, right? You sound stupid.
Like what?
Like it's a bad movie, or it fails if it don't beat Star Wars. It failed. If it's number 2 in the box office, it failed. People are so funny when it comes to this whole situation. Next, let's go ahead and get into some casting news. We got some It Chapter 2 casting.
Yes, sir.
Jessica Chastain has been confirmed to play Bev. We gotta keep going down. Yeah, for that news. But we have Bill Hader and James McAvoy is in talks to play 2 characters. Bill Hader, a little more. Bill Hader has been talking to Richie and James McAvoy to play Bill. We're gonna give our thoughts on that because we talked about this already. I sent him a post and we already talked about it a little bit, so I wanted to give your thoughts on that, about that casting, because you didn't like the James McAvoy casting, but obviously we agreed about the we agreed about the Bill Hader because he was in the casting. He's in the fan casting. He was picked for the fan casting. So we got in talks for them to. We don't know. They can say no. It depends on the contracts or whatever. So I think this is a perfect casting, man. I could see James McAvoy playing Bill, especially if you look at the actor who plays Bill in the original. I mean, I could see him playing that role as Bill.
I think that he could pull it off.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's bad.
Right.
he just wouldn't have been my first choice.
Right. It was Patrick Stewart, right? Not Patrick Stewart. Patrick Wilson. We picked him, right?
Yeah, Patrick Wilson.
That's what I guess. I said that would be perfect too.
And what I told you when you sent it to me in the DM, I was like, James McAvoy is he's charismatic.
Right.
He's a pretty cool guy. And I hope that he doesn't channel that. I hope that he doesn't put that into the character of
it's funny when you said that, and I thought about Split. I haven't seen Split, and that's why I said I need to see it because he plays so many different personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's good.
And I'm saying, like, if he can pull out multiple personalities, he can pull out a role like this as well.
Yeah, like I said, he can pull it off. It's just like I said, he wasn't my first choice. I personally would have liked Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. So that would be perfect. That would be perfect. He's a little bit short.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. His stature, he's not
and his
tall
age.
enough.
His age. He would be a weird casting because of his age. He's supposed to at least be in his 40s in this. Not saying they can't make Daniel Radcliffe look old, but
he could pull off.
We know him. His age, it would be kind of awkward to me. Like, it's funny because when I seen The Woman in Black and he's supposed to be playing an older man with a son that's like 8 years old, and I couldn't buy it because I just seen Deathly Hallows Part 2 and you're supposed to be playing a teenager in there. How are you playing like a 35-year-old man?
Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah, he's at least 20. I think he's your age. He's like 28. Yeah. So it's like I wouldn't really buy him because, you know, him going up against.
In certain certain movies, he looks older than what he is. Like I said, it just depends on the makeup.
That's true.
Maybe if he grew a little bit of
facial
hair, like some scruff,
right.
a 5 o'clock shadow, then
obviously Graham up and make him look older.
Yeah.
But
Bill Hader, that's perfect.
That's a perfect guy. I really hope he's agrees to play the character. Especially if he's seen the first one, he know how good this guy can direct this movie.
Yeah.
But like it chapter 1 is in my top 5 of my favorite of last year, so I'm not gonna have no doubt saying this movie's not gonna be good or if it's gonna be bad because we haven't really seen anything from it. We just know casting, and they're supposed to be starting shooting this summer in Toronto as well. So we within these next couple months we'll be getting other casting from the other actors. We need we need Ben, Mike, and Stan. We need those 3 for casting. And I say Chichilla for should play Mike, and I really hope they get him and call him to play him because I think he could be a perfect Mike. He can bring that type of. I think he can play Mike really well. And not saying he's a big name, but he's an amazing actor. I think with this cast, I think the 3 you need headlining obviously is the 3 that stood out in it. Chapter 1 is Richie, Bill, and Bev. Even though Ben was pretty good too. Ben, he was a highlight for me in the movie. And that's why I think they really need to get Chris Pratt to play that role. But I think Chris Pratt will do amazing as that too. I think he can play Ben really well as well. And he's a big name. I mean, he can get people in the seats. Obviously, he's Star-Lord and he's in Jurassic World. He can get people in seats. So, I'm excited for it. Chapter 2. I'm just ready for it to come out.
I really hope they get Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, that's Stan. Yes.
Not Stan.
Eddie. Eddie, that's what Eddie. We need a casting Eddie. I know I was forgetting one. I think that'd be perfect for him. Yeah, I think him playing Eddie.
That needs to happen. Please, God.
Him with the glass and everything.
Oh,
you see,
so
I seen a movie called Snowden. I see.
Eddie
right there. That's Eddie right there. That's him right there.
That's what you was gonna say.
That's him right there. Cause it's funny because the actor in the original he has glass and kind of look awkward too. I could see Joseph Gordon-Levitt play an awkward man like that.
Yeah.
And I also thought about Dan Radcliffe him too though. When I thought about he can play Eddie, but not really
Eddie?
though. No, I don't know. I just thought about Harry Potter.
I can see that.
I just thought about him wearing glasses in Harry Potter. But I thought of him being awkward because if you watch What If, there's a movie called What If. It's like a romantic comedy, and he's very awkward in that movie. He's very awkward. He's very he's weird. Like he's a weird guy in that movie. I'm like, dang, I can see him playing Eddie too. Like,
is he socially awkward?
Yeah, he's socially awkward. Yeah.
I was like, because there's different kinds of weird. Like, is he a creep or is he just
not like that? He just, you can tell he doesn't have a lot of friends. He doesn't have a lot of friends because he's very enclosed. Like he's very enclosed. But I'm excited. Obviously, we know Bill Skarsgård's coming. Here's the I'm reading this right here. Like if the deal closes, McAvoy and Hader will join Jessica Chastain, who was on board to play Beverly Marsh, and originally in the first film by Steven Sealer, Sophia Hills. Obviously, that's the young girl. I think the kids are coming back as well, but they're gonna be in flashbacks. We obviously know the first one made a lot of money, so obviously the budget's gonna be more, and they're gonna have to pay these people more. That's why I'm thinking maybe they can get these big actors to play this role because they just know the movie's gonna be good. The first movie was so good. So I'm excited for Chapter 2, man. I'm just so excited for it. I'm so excited for Chapter 2, man. It's crazy, man. That as good as that movie was, it's insane, bro. I want to watch it now.
Yeah, I'm having withdrawal. It's been about a month since I watched it.
Yep, me too. I watched it at work. My dad never seen it. He didn't enjoy it as much. I think because of what he watched it at work. He didn't really get to sit down and watch it. So I told him, I said, you watched it at work. That's why you really didn't enjoy it as much. You need to actually sit down and watch it. And I had someone else tell me that they liked the original better. I said, no, I mean, it's hard to judge it by the TV series because it's a TV series. It was made for TV. It's not made for the big screen. We obviously have Blu-ray releases of it, and it's still the same made the TV movie even on Blu-ray. So it's hard to judge it. And I told him, I said, this is not even a remake. This is a reimagining of a book that already been made into a TV series. It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's a reimagining of a story we already know.
Right. That's what people get confused about movies like that, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Right. They didn't look at the Gene Wilder version at all.
Right.
They strictly based it on the Roald Dahl book.
Was everything about Willy Wonka about him having a father was in the book as well? Was that added on? Was that some Tim Burton?
That was Tim Burton.
Okay, I didn't like that part. I wish they would have ended with him just getting the factory, because that where it kind of went off for the board for me. Because you actually see what happened to the kids afterwards. Like they obviously went more PG. Because the original, you don't even know if that movie's PG or not. Because you don't even know what happened to the kids. Freaking kids could have died for all we know. Freaking.
That's the thing. They did that because they wanted to show that the kids were still alive.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Cause you see that the kid, like the one chick, is like doing flips and shit because he been stretched and now she's flexible as hell. I was losing my mind on that part. But yeah, any other news anyone want to talk about? There was something else I want to talk about. What did I text you? I know there was something else I texted you that was on the list. Talk about Avengers, talk about It, talk about Solo, talked about that. Shit, we even talked about A Quiet Place. Now we're even on the list.
That was it.
That's about it.
That was it.
Yeah. The Terminator they pushed their date back as well. They're making a new Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and James Cameron is producing it. He's not directing it. I think Tim Miller is directing. He directed the first Deadpool. He's directing that. Linda Hamilton is coming back as well. They pushed the date back. They pushed the date back though to give it more time for that. What else is going on in the world of movies? Jurassic World 2 got a new TV spot. I'm not watching no more footage from movies that I want to see. Like I'm not watching no more TV spots from anything. Like I haven't watched any. I watched a couple of Infinity War trailers, but after that I just said no. I'm done watching the TV spots because it's just I feel like they're gonna spoil it for me, and I don't want to be spoiled. I'm tired of being spoiled from anything. What's that? Brett Ratner was declined by Warner Brothers. I guess he was trying to do a deal, and they just cut him loose. Said, "No, we good."
Yeah, your career is done, man.
Are you gonna go see Rampage?
Yes, I'm gonna go see Rampage. I'm hearing that it's pretty good.
I'll probably catch you on the Fire Stick. Yeah, see, they started filming in Toronto and starting this summer. So like I said, we'll most likely be hearing about the casting for the rest of the Losers Club probably before they start filming. Obviously, they have to get the cast before they start filming.
David Leitch confirmed as director for Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw spinoff. Who is David Leitch?
I have no idea. I don't know what other films he's done. Let's see. We've known they was doing a Hobbs and Shaw spinoff before once the 8 came out, they released that they were doing a spinoff for them. but to me, they were the best part of the movie. That whole prison scene was the best part.
That was a great scene in the movie. I don't know, Fate of the Furious felt like a superhero movie.
I recently watched it, and like I think because I watched the other ones afterward. Like I watched Furious 7 and I watched it Fate of the Furious after, and it's not as bad. It just seems so weird though. Like so like Don been working with this girl this whole time. That's why I got confused. So he's been working with her since the first movie. That's how I took it when I watched that. So he's been working with this organization for this whole time because she know everything about him. Like the way she was explaining, like, oh no, you don't care a fuck about family. Like you just now start feeling like this. I know you before you was like this. You know, you care about when you have no worries. That's when you care about. You know, that's what most you care about is being free. And how I took it off is that it was just so strange to me that like I don't know. He's directed Atomic Blonde and Deadpool 2. So obviously it's gonna be fast-paced, boom, boom, boom type action film. I don't think it's gonna work though. I think Jason Statham and The Rock. The Rock should have been the Expendable movies for real.
Well, those were made before his height.
That's true.
Or at least the first two. Avengers. The Expendables 3 came out like right when
he was at his because
I mean he's still at his peak right now.
That's true. Jumanji is Sony's highest grossing movie on their slate right now as well. It beat Spider-Man. In the box office. Right now, Jumanji is their number one movie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Sony. It's Jumanji.
Jumanji
beat Spider-Man. No, not Homecoming. The very first Spider-Man. And Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't even in there. But it beat the original Spider-Man, the one with Tobey Maguire. That had the highest box office domestically. And Jumanji just beat it. After the whole run, it just beat it. It's Sony Pictures' number one movie in their slate.
Like in the box of all time?
Of all time.
It made more money than Spider-Man Homecoming?
It made more money than Spider-Man Homecoming. You gotta think about what time Spider-Man Homecoming came out. And then think what time Jumanji came out.
It's Spider-Man.
But
Spider-Man is the most marketable superhero in the world.
That's true, but you gotta think about when Jumanji came out. Jumanji came out in December. You had the holiday season, then after that you had no competition besides Black Panther. And then even that, it was still in the top 5.
No competition, that's what it was.
And that's what I said about when we just talked about Solo. I think but it's Disney don't want to keep properties next to each other. Like I said, they got Mary Poppins coming out in Christmas, and they looking at that like that could be possible Oscar bait as well. They saying Emily Blunt could be given an Oscar-worthy performance. So I don't think they want to put two of those movies together. But still, like you could, I think Han Solo's not a summer release. I think that's more of a fall or winter release. Because it seemed like it's gonna be such a small story. Like I don't think it's like the Last Jedi is a summer blockbuster. I don't think Han Solo is a blockbuster. Like even Rogue One, I think that should be kept in later year, not in the summer, because it's a small film. It's a Star Wars story. It's not part of the main continuity.
Yeah.
It's not responding again. But yeah, I mean. It's been a lot that's been going on. Watch some other stuff come on tomorrow. Watch you get like a new trailer or something. But right now, I don't think like
something is supposed to be coming on Tuesday.
I don't think we're gonna get any big news because of the Avengers. Everyone is high on the Avengers right now, so we won't be getting no news from any new films. Like people are asking like, where's Equalizer at? Because we're supposed to be getting that this year. Where's the marketing for that? Where's the marketing for Mission Impossible and stuff like that? But I'm like, we got the Avengers coming out. No one's gonna try to market their stuff over the Avengers because no one's gonna care. We care about this right here. That's all I care about for real. I'm counting down. What's 12 days left? It's 12 days left. And it just does not feel like it's 12 days. It feels like it's a month. Because I just did a video talking about the 6 movies you can watch to catch up. And I think I'm gonna make Steph watch these movies as well. I said the top 6 movies to catch up to watch the video. I put the first Avengers, Captain America Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Civil War, and Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. I said those movies to watch to head up to Infinity War. The only reason why is I would say watch Thor because of the Ether and watch Doctor Strange because of Time Stone. But I mean,
do you really need to watch Black Panther?
To get Wakanda, to know about Wakanda, because I was seeing the trailers that Infinity War takes place in Wakanda. So I would say watch Black Panther to know about the world and about the culture. Because you're going to go in there not knowing that much about Black Panther. You get a lot about Black Panther. A little bit in Civil War, but not that much. Like, you don't even know that he's, and it's funny when I was watching Civil War last night, I said, it's funny how Black Panther's just here. He has none of his guards with him. He's just by himself. And then when, like, a Black Widow's approaching, you see one of his guards is behind him, like, moved, or you be moved. Like, it was here this whole time. Like, you just showed up. It is crazy not knowing you when you watch Black, like, man, you had this entire army basically behind you the whole time. It's crazy, man. And I said that movie, it makes Civil War so much better after watching Black Panther. It makes that movie so much better knowing what comes after, man. But you can watch Black Panther right after. I mean, you watch Black Panther right after Civil War because it takes place the week after.
Yeah, it takes place next week.
And it's crazy when you look at Black Panther, like, you just experience these other superheroes, and you just go home like nothing happened. Like, you just go home and just do what you do like nothing happened, yo. Like, you just experience a giant man just shrink into a giant man. Like, you just go home and I will be crowned king tomorrow, Nakia. You gotta come see me crowned king. I gotta hurry up worry about a whole nation, after just seeing these otherworldly things like Captain America and Winter Soldier and stuff like that. And seeing a guy spring webs out his arms, like, that's crazy, man. Kevin Feige, thank you so much. You are the Godfather, man. You are that nigga. He is, man. He is, and it's funny, he's like us. He's just a regular Joe that loves comic books, man. Just makes it possible, man. But Kevin Feige been in the business long before the MCU. He's worked on mostly all Spider-Mans and
most of the Marvel films
he's worked on X-Men films. He worked on a lot of Marvel films that people don't know. I was watching Spider-Man 3. I saw his name come up as executive producer. They go, Kevin Feige's name right there. He's seen projects go bad. He's seen projects be good. So him on this successful run in the MCU, that's why, because he's been on these other Marvel properties.
He's seen those mistakes that have been made. Like, okay, we know not to do that.
Right. And that's why most of the films are so successful, because he trusts his filmmakers. Most of those studios never trusted their female's vision. Their filmmakers' vision, going back to Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi never wanted to do Venom, but the studio wanted him to do Venom and not trusting his actual vision, just to focus on Sandman and obviously Harry Osborn.
He wanted to do Vulture and Black Cat.
Yep, for the that was pushed for the fourth round.
He wanted to do Vulture before that.
Before Sandman? Really? That was gonna be the third film? That'd been weird.
They was like, no, we don't do this first, and then we do
Right. He went the fourth one. You think he was done after that? Yeah, you could tell he was done. You could definitely tell by the way it was made. He was done after that one. It felt like he didn't really give that. It didn't feel like it was the second film. Like, the second film, he really cared about that film. He cared so much about the second film. But like I said, it was just too much. My friend Darius hit me up, was like, which film is better, Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man 2? And I said, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man.
Right, he enjoys Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than Spider-Man Homecoming. And,
really?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I mean, we just focus on Peter Parker's story. It's not three different storylines going on in this Spider-Man Homecoming. You focus on Peter Parker. You see it from his point of view. You don't see it from Aunt May's point of view. You don't see it from Harry's point of view. You don't see it through every single. You feel like every single character in the movie has a storyline we're trying to follow. And with Spider-Man Homecoming, you just focus on Peter and what he's trying to do throughout the whole movie. Kind of like that's why Spider-Man 2 is my favorite. Well, right now Spider-Man Homecoming is up there, but Spider-Man 2 is my favorite because you just deal with Peter Parker and what he's going through throughout the whole freaking movie. It's focused on him. It's not focused on every single storyline that's going on. Even though everyone has their own problems, but it's not. Peter is the main thread, and we follow it through his eyes. We're not following through every single character in the movie. And
I agree. Although I do like Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's nowhere near
Spider-Man
Homecoming.
And yeah, the MCU does help it make it better, but I just think that on a standalone Spider-Man film, it's an amazing film. Tom Holland is amazing as Spider-Man. He nailed it as well. He nailed it as both characters, Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The one scene where he's contemplating on joining the party and then he just runs off to go fight crime is just that's a perfect Peter Parker moment right there. Yeah. I mean, that's something you can read off the page. And he would do that. He would sit there and cosplay. Damn, like I want to help my friends, but there's something going on. I got to do that. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about. I think that's everything I want to talk about. There's no main topics I want to talk about this year or this week. I really want to talk about the hype for Infinity War because that's obviously the biggest thing that's on our brains right now. Because, like I said, the marketing has been big. They released like 5 different posters. They've been releasing a lot of marketing for it. But like I said, the one thing I do love that we talked about earlier is that we don't know that much about it. It's just crazy to know that, like, if this was Sony, they would have released everything, We would have seen like 5 or 6 trailers. We only got 2 trailers. We got to open TV spots, but like what they do in the TV spots, they just basically just showing the same scenes from those trailers and just giving us a little nugget of something else. Even the posters, like we just got regular posters. Posters not teasing anything. We're not seeing no extra stuff that we haven't seen before. We still haven't got Hawkeye or Ant-Man or Wasp, even though they're supposed to be in this movie. But that's probably the only thing people are asking, like, where's Hawkeye at? Where's Hawkeye?
Hawkeye not gonna show up to that.
And I don't think he's gonna be Hawkeye. I think he's gonna be Ronan. He's not gonna be Hawkeye. He's gonna be a totally different character. They're probably not gonna call. They're gonna be calling it by name, not Hawkeye. And like I said, we probably seen Ant-Man, but he's Ant. He's probably small in the damn fucking poster. Yeah. Cause that would be funny. Is that Paul Rudd comes like, I was on the poster the whole time. You just don't see me, Like it's funny, like when you think about the end scene where they're all running. Like, what if Ant-Man is there? You just don't see him. It's hilarious.
But you gotta think like with the way they doing these movies now, especially with Thor Ragnarok, they took Ellie stuff out.
Yeah, everything is CGI'd out, right? With the eye. Now I thought about that too with the gauntlet, where you see Captain America holding the gauntlet. It's like they could CGI those stones out of his name. He could have all those stones in there.
Age of Ultron, they CGI'd out Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in the 3rd act.
Even with Civil War, they CGI'd Spider-Man. Spider-Man is not in when they show the lineup side by side when they show. He's not there. He's not there. And they obviously tease him when he say under rules and he gets the shield. I really wish they wouldn't have showed Spider-Man. I wish we would just saw the web and it went black. Because that would have been so. We see the web, we already know who it is. And I enjoyed hey everyone, that was amazing. I ain't gonna lie, I did jump out of my seat. I fucking dropped my phone. But just seeing the web, I would have been amazed too. It's funny. I remember going to the theater. I was watching it last night. I told Mary, like, when I was in the theater, people went crazy when they saw Queens on the screen. People went crazy because they knew exactly where they were at. Like, we want to see Peter Parker, bro. Tony Stark about to recruit Peter Parker. He about to be fighting.
And when he walked into the apartment and turned around there, it was like,
it was cheering. And this is the first time we seen him.
He's not even in the suit. He's just Peter Parker. And people going nuts.
Because man, we've been waiting for this for so long, and it's crazy that the way Marvel it made it so right. It didn't feel like it was add on. Even though I think those scenes was add on, they reshot it. Those scenes were basically reshot. Because the scene where Peter Parker grabs the shield, it just seems so a different tone when he's talking to him, saying, "Hey everyone," and you see Peter you see Tony talking to him like, yeah, nice, and then it just changed. It just seems so weird.
I really do want to watch the movies like at that.
You talking about are you talking about the AMC is doing like a 30-hour thing.
I really want to do that just not for the movies, for the crowd. Because when they did that with the Dark Knight, that was such a great experience.
I think if I were to do it, I think I'd want to see. I really wish they would just do it like just show all 3 Avengers movies, not show all the movies. But it's hard to say that because I think you can't do it that way. You have to watch it you have to. You
can't not watch Civil War.
Exactly, because that's technically
Avengers 2.5.
That's technically an Avengers film. But like I would love to rewatch that with a crowd again. But I would love to watch all the earlier Marvel films with a crowd. I didn't see those come in theaters. I saw those later. Yeah. Like the only film I went to see in theaters was. I went to see Captain America in theaters, and I went to see the first Avengers in theaters. I didn't see Thor. I didn't see the first 4 movies.
I've seen every one in theaters except Iron Man. That was the only one I didn't see in theaters.
I didn't see. I'm going into the new one when I was able to go by myself. I didn't see Ant-Man. I didn't see Guardians 1 or 2. and I didn't see Spider-Man. After that, I've seen every single one. I might be missing one. No, I've seen every single one. I've seen the first Avengers. I've seen Iron Man 3. No, I didn't see Iron Man 3 in theaters because it was very controversial. I said, damn, everyone didn't really like Iron Man 3. Maybe I didn't know. Maybe I shouldn't go see that. I wouldn't see that.
No,
I wouldn't see that on the Blu-ray.
Each time I watch it now, I like it a little bit better.
I do. I think.
I was like, you know what? This film is not bad.
But I think. No, I think watching it the way we're watching, knowing all these movies already exist, it makes every single movie better.
And the fact that that was the movie that came right after Avengers hit such a high note, and then they followed it with that.
Yep.
Now, like it was put on a pedestal, and it was given almost an unattainable goal. There's no way that this movie is going to be as good as Avengers.
Right.
But like I said, in retrospect, like you said, now that we've seen all the movies that come after that and how it fits in the grand puzzle
of everything,
it's a good chapter in the book of the MCU.
I've seen.
Tony Stark's arc is amazing. I love
his arc is still growing. It's great. I think we'll finally have his conclusion of his arc in Infinity War. I think this is where the final conclusion of his arc, because he's still growing. Even if you watch Civil War, like he still has some battles. He's still battling in that film. Yeah. Even in Spider-Man: Homecoming, he's still battling that. You know, he's still growing to be an adult. We see, but like I was watching Civil War, like he just still. He's grown, but he hasn't fully grown as a character because he still has some demons that he's still facing, obviously, with Sokovia and stuff like that, and Pepper, especially with Pepper. Like, I really think that people don't give Robert Downey Jr. his credit. He acted his ass off in that movie. Even the scene where he's giving the speech about being on MIT and stuff, and he see Pepper's name come up his face when he see Pepper's name, and he's just like, wow. And then he just go break some legs. He just close out. It's like, that's an amazing scene right there that people don't really give him credit. Even the scene where he's meeting the chick in the hallway and he's saying that, you know, she's blaming him for killing her son. His reaction when he knows that, like, damn, like I fucked up.
Yeah, right.
I'm ready to rank these movies though. That's why I'm saying I'm ready to rank all these movies. That's why I got a feeling this movie's gonna be on my top because we just saw it. And it's just a conclusion of everything we see. And then Thanos. I really want Thanos to be the Darth Vader of this universe. I already want that because the way the Russo brothers are telling him that he's like that, and just the way we've seen him in the trailers, and how menacing he looks, and he's grinning in the pop figure. He enjoys what he's doing. He's enjoying what he's doing, like, and he does not care. You know, that's what he wants. He wants to bring balance to the universe, and he doesn't give a fuck if he's killing anybody. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited. It's just crazy that. We waited 10 long years for this, and it's finally here.
Yes, sir.
Like, I was freaking 14 years old, 15 years old when the first Iron Man came out.
I was 18.
It's like, wow, I'm a full-grown ass man now. Like,
10 years.
I was telling my coworker, she got a son that's like 10. I'm like, he's so lucky. He get to be 10 years old experiencing this. But me as an adult, I get to appreciate it more because I've seen everything before. Like, even if you count the Spider-Mans and Daredevil and Hulk and X-Men, I've experienced those things as a kid. Now I get the experience that we got this incredible run of superhero movies. It's freaking fantastic what Marvel has done. And if they get X-Men, it's going to be even greater. Because they're going to know exactly what the fuck. I just know we're going to get some amazing films. I'm ready for them to get, if they do Fantastic Four right, Fox is going to be salty as well. Obviously, if they become Fox, they ain't going to matter. But if they do Fantastic Four right, oh my lord.
Fantastic Four is easy.
They make it hard for themselves.
X-Men is going to be a hard one because you have to.
It's hard to capture the magic that they have.
It's not even that. How are they going to explain the existence of mutants in the MCU? How have they gone this long without being discovered? They like mutants have to be a new thing in the MCU.
I think the one thing that we have against us that we have Scarlet Witch, and that she has the way to control minds, is that she can like literally like wipe the memory of the entire existence if she wanted to. So she can be that instrument to be
hope that they don't do that.
Not saying they will, but I mean that's the one thing they could go off of. But yeah, maybe it's been like they've been undercover this whole time, kind of like how Shield has been. The thing about it, when we first meet Shield in Iron Man, it's not even called Shield. He says the whole freaking acronym, the whole name instead of saying Shield. To the end, we're calling it Shield. You know, maybe it's going to be that type of thing is where they introduce Charles Xavier first, and he said, "Oh, my name is blah blah blah. I'm the head of this blah blah blah," and that's where we introduce them. You know, kind of like a Nick Fury type thing, where he's the head of it, and he tells, or he comes to someone like Iron Man or someone that's the head of Shield or something, and says, "My name is this blah blah," and you know, I mean, they can do it any type of way. I think keeping them underground this time, it's hard to explain, but I mean. And maybe they won't call them mutants. Like I said, maybe they'll call them miracles. I mean, it's hard to explain what they can do because, like I said, we had 10 long years of Marvel content and all these superheroes existing. Well, I haven't X-Men existed, you know. Unless, like I said, they finally tapped it in. They finally find the mutant gene now. Yeah. And it's never been existed. They just find it now.
That's what I'm saying. They would have to be newly introduced.
Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the best way. They released the Ocean 8 trailer. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it.
I don't think I've never seen the Ocean's movies.
You didn't see Ocean's 11? Oh, you've seen parts of it. You haven't seen the whole thing altogether.
I may as well have not seen it. I've seen Ocean's 11, but
it's been a long time.
It was so I don't remember it, so I may as well.
Ocean's 11 is probably one of the most rewatchable movies I've ever seen in my life because I can literally just pop that on and enjoy it like I've never seen it before. Yeah. And maybe it was the cast. The cast for that film was amazing, and I don't think the cast for Ocean's 8 is intriguing as that first cast. I mean, you had George Clooney, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, Bernie Mac, Don Cheadle. You just those 6 names alone. They're very different people, very different actors, and they all acting together. It worked so well, and it's Julia Roberts. It just worked so well. In the story, and it's such a simple premise if you look at it. And I think it's kind of short too. I watched it like, damn, we got to the heist real quick, and we don't get heist movies like that. And I think they're trying to bring that back with Ocean's 8, and I don't feel it. And we'll see what Sandra Bullock does. And we got Sandra Bullock and Kate Blanchett acting together. I mean, that's very rare. So maybe. And we got Rihanna in it. That's kind of strange too. We got Anne Hathaway is in it, and we have who else? Tim Burton's wife. What's her name? She plays yeah, she's in there too as well. I mean, she really didn't see that much in her trailer, but she's in it too. So yeah, there's nothing else. I mean,
any final remarks?
They released the rating for Infinity War. Obviously going to be PG-13. They released some new posters. Obviously I have the thumbnail, a little snippet of the poster they released. They released another poster. I actually like that poster better. It looks like a Star Wars poster. But they released that too. I think that's about it. Nothing else going on. You know, we forgot to talk about Ready Player One. Want to get my thoughts on Ready Player One real quick. It's fucking fantastic, and everybody needs to go see it because it's freaking fantastic. If you love '80s and you love '80s nostalgia, go see it, please.
We're gonna need a whole nother
nerd talk. Yeah, because I really think I think when the Blu-ray release, that's when we talk about it because we have. I told myself I want to freeze frame each scene. I want to catch every character I see, every freaking character. Cause I swear to God, I didn't see Deathstroke in there. I saw him. I said, there's Deathstroke in there. You see Spawn in there. I saw Spawn. I saw a lot of characters I didn't see the first time. I saw it again. I said, wow. Yeah.
I gotta watch it.
Yes. It's fucking fantastic. Everyone needs to go see it. Did you know that the bad guy's character is idolized off Superman? That's what he's supposed to look like. He's supposed to look like Superman in the comics. That's what he's supposed to look like. That's what his avatar is based on. The way his face looks and everything, he looks like Superman.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's dope.
But I really think everyone needs to go see it. I just bought the pop figures and they look fucking fantastic. I had to get them. But yeah, everyone needs to go see that. That's why I forgot. I knew we was talking about something else, but it didn't hit. But we got to end it on a quick note because the Cavs do come on.
Yes.
I need to go grocery shopping, but I think we might have to hold in that. Actually, talking about I might have to go to y'all to watch the game because I ain't watched the Cavs game in so long because I got to work every fucking time they fucking play. So we're about to end it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Everything we talked about. Let me know if you guys are excited for Infinity War like we are, because obviously we are. It's going to be the biggest movie of the year. It better be, because it's going to be a disappointment if it's not. But people are trying to get out of it. Like, it's not going to be good. I mean, it's the Russo brothers. They gave us the best. They got the best movies in MCU. So, people talk about those are the top 3 movies in MCU. So we can't doubt them that this is going to be number 1. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe for more. More Nerd Talk will be coming in the future. More videos will be coming in the future as well. The next Nerd Talk, we'll be talking about Avengers. So, hope you guys are ready for that. I know I'm probably be crying in that.